If you're over 60, you've probably been told countless times to eat more fruit. Doctors recommend it, health magazines praise it, and family members encourage it. After all, fruit is packed with vitamins, minerals, and antioxidants. But here's a question many people never ask. Could certain fruits actually be harming your eyesight as you get older? The answer, surprisingly, is yes. Vision is one of the most fragile parts of our health as we age. According to the World Health Organization, more than 200 million people worldwide over the age of 60 struggle with conditions like cataracts, glaucoma, and age related macular degeneration. These problems don't always start with sudden blindness. Instead, they creep in quietly. Blurred words on a page, trouble driving at night, or needing brighter lights to read. And here's the shocking part. Your daily diet could be making the damage worse without you realizing it. You see, not all fruits are created equal. Some, though considered healthy, contain hidden risks for seniors. They may cause sharp spikes in blood sugar, increase pressure inside the eye, or block the absorption of key nutrients that protect your vision. And because these fruits are so common, most people never question them. In this video, we'll uncover 3 fruits that may be silently sabotaging your eyesight after 60. We'll explain the science behind the risks, show you what safer options look like, and give you practical tips so you can continue enjoying fruit without sacrificing your vision. Let's begin with a fruit many consider a tropical treasure, the mango. Sweet, colorful, and bursting with vitamin C, it looks like a perfect food. Many seniors eat mangoes daily, believing they support energy, immunity, and digestion. But beneath the surface, mangoes carry a serious risk for aging eyes. Mangoes have a glycemic index between 55 and 60, which means they can cause sharp spikes in blood sugar. For people over 60, those spikes are especially dangerous. Elevated blood glucose damages the delicate blood vessels in the retina, leading to a condition called diabetic retinopathy. Research published in the Journal of Ophthalmology found that even moderate blood sugar fluctuations can accelerate retinal damage in older adults, even those without diagnosed diabetes. High sugar intake also increases oxidative stress, which erodes the protective cells of the eye over time. Some animal studies have shown that mango peel extracts may reduce oxidative damage in the retina, but that doesn't mean eating ripe mango flesh has the same effect. In fact, the sugars in mango pulp still trigger inflammation and stress inside the eye. The danger is even worse when mangoes are consumed as juices or smoothies. With the fiber stripped away, sugar enters the bloodstream faster, pushing glucose levels dangerously high. So while mangoes may feel like a refreshing treat, eating them frequently after 60 could quietly raise your risk for long-term vision decline. It's a sweet indulgence that may not be worth the hidden cost to your eyesight. Now let's turn to grapes, a fruit many people see as harmless. Some even call it a super snack. Grapes are often praised for containing antioxidants like resveratrol, which is believed to support heart health and circulation. But when it comes to your vision after 60, grapes can be far more complicated than they appear. Grapes are naturally high in fructose and glucose, 2 sugars that can quickly enter your bloodstream. For older adults, this matters because repeated sugar spikes may raise intraocular pressure, one of the leading risk factors for glaucoma. Glaucoma is known as the silent thief of sight because it progresses without symptoms until significant vision loss occurs. Seniors who regularly snack on grapes, especially the sweeter seedless types, may unknowingly increase their risk. Another hidden concern is pesticide residue. According to the Environmental Working Group, grapes consistently rank among the dirty dozen fruits with the highest pesticide contamination. Even after careful washing, residues can remain. Over time, chronic exposure may damage retinal cells and interfere with the eye's delicate microvascular system. Interestingly, a 2023 clinical trial in Food and Function found that 16 weeks of daily grape intake improved macular pigment optical density and reduced harmful compounds called advanced glycation end products. While this suggests potential benefits, the risk comes from quantity and context. The study used controlled servings, not the oversized bowls of grapes many people snack on at home. So while grapes do contain beneficial compounds, the high sugar content and chemical residues make them risky for seniors when eaten in excess. Moderation is crucial, and for many over 60, safer alternatives may provide the same benefits without the hidden dangers. Bananas are one of the most popular fruits worldwide and often considered the perfect snack for seniors. They're soft, easy to digest, and filled with potassium, which supports heart and muscle health. Many older adults eat a banana every morning without a second thought. But when it comes to your eyesight, bananas carry some hidden risks you may not know about. First, bananas are high in natural sugars and starches. While they provide quick energy, they also cause rapid spikes and crashes in blood sugar. For people over 60, these swings put significant stress on the small blood vessels that feed the retina. According to research published by the American Diabetes Association, older adults with frequent glucose fluctuations face a higher risk of microvascular complications, including damage to the eyes. The potassium in bananas is another double-edged sword. While essential in moderate amounts, excess potassium can upset the delicate sodium-potassium balance in seniors, especially those with reduced kidney function. This imbalance may interfere with circulation in the tiny capillaries of the retina, subtly increasing the risk of vision problems. Perhaps the most concerning issue is nutrient absorption. Bananas can interfere with the uptake of lutein and zeaxanthin, two powerful pigments that act like natural sunglasses for your eyes. These compounds protect the macula, the part of the eye responsible for sharp, central vision. Studies in nutrients have shown that seniors with low lutein and zeaxanthin intake are more likely to develop age-related macular degeneration, one of the leading causes of blindness in older adults. So while bananas seem like a safe daily habit, eating them too often could quietly raise your risk for long-term vision decline. Moderation, once again, is key. And pairing bananas with lutein-rich foods may help offset some of the risks. If mangoes, grapes, and bananas can quietly harm your eyesight after 60, you may wonder what fruits you can safely enjoy. The good news is there are plenty of alternatives that not only avoid the risks, but actually help protect and strengthen your eyes. Let's start with blueberries and blackberries. These small dark fruits are packed with anthocyanins, powerful antioxidants that defend your retina from oxidative stress. Unlike mangoes and grapes, they have a low glycemic index, so they don't cause sharp blood sugar spikes. A study from Harvard University found that seniors who ate berries regularly had a significantly lower risk of developing vision problems linked to aging. These fruits also support circulation, ensuring nutrients reach the delicate tissues of the eye. Avocados are another excellent choice. Though technically a fruit, they're rich in healthy fats, vitamin E, and lutein, which accumulates in the macula to protect against damage from blue light and oxidative stress. Research published in the Journal of Nutrition shows that regular avocado consumption increases lutein levels in the blood and improves memory and vision in older adults. Plus, the healthy fats in avocados help your body absorb other fat-soluble antioxidants from your diet. Don't overlook kiwis. Often ignored in senior diets, kiwis are loaded with vitamin C, one of the most important antioxidants for eye health. They also contain lutein and fiber while keeping sugar levels modest compared to tropical fruits. Eating one kiwi a day can provide a steady boost of protection against free radicals that damage the retina. By replacing risky fruits with these safer, nutrient-rich options, you're not only avoiding harm, but actively fortifying your eyesight. It's a simple shift that could mean clearer, sharper vision for many years to come. Knowing which fruits to eat is important, but just as crucial is how and when you eat them. For seniors, the timing and pairing of fruit can make the difference between protecting your vision and unknowingly harming it. One of the simplest strategies is to eat fruit in the morning or after light physical activity, such as a short walk. At these times, your body is better able to process natural sugars without sharp spikes in blood glucose. Stable blood sugar is vital because sudden surges have been linked to increased oxidative stress in the retina, which accelerates vision decline. Another key trick is pairing fruit with a source of protein or healthy fat. For example, blueberries with Greek yogurt, avocado slices with boiled eggs, or kiwi alongside a handful of walnuts. Studies published in the American Journal of Clinical Nutrition show that combining fruits with fats or protein slows sugar absorption, reducing stress on blood vessels in the eyes. This simple habit not only protects your vision, but also keeps your energy levels steady throughout the day. On the other hand, fruit smoothies, though popular, can backfire. Blending fruit breaks down the natural fiber, allowing sugars to hit your bloodstream quickly. What feels like a healthy breakfast can, in reality, cause the very sugar spikes that inflame your retina and increase eye pressure. For seniors, this can be especially harmful. By adjusting the timing and combinations of your fruit intake, you create a protective shield for your eyes. It's a small lifestyle shift that pays off in clearer, sharper vision as you age. By now, you've discovered the surprising truth. Not every fruit is safe for your eyes. After 60, mangoes with their sugar spikes, grapes with their tendency to raise eye pressure and pesticide concerns, and bananas with their impact on nutrient absorption may all quietly contribute to vision decline. And the most alarming part is that these are some of the fruits seniors eat most often, believing they are making healthy choices. But here's the good news: you are not powerless. By making a few smart changes, you can take control of your eye health starting today. Replacing risky fruits with blueberries, blackberries, avocados, and kiwis provides your body with powerful antioxidants like lutein and vitamin C, nutrients proven in clinical trials to slow or even reduce age related vision problems. Pairing fruit with healthy fats or proteins and eating it at the right times helps your body manage sugars more effectively, protecting the delicate vessels of your retina. Research, including the landmark AREDS2 trial, has shown that the right nutrients can reduce the risk of advanced macular degeneration by as much as 25%. That's not just a statistic, it's a life changing difference for millions of seniors. And it shows that small daily choices, like what fruit you put on your plate, truly matter. Protecting your vision isn't about fear, it's about being informed and proactive. The steps you take now could mean the difference between struggling with blurred words and enjoying the beauty of clear sight for many more years. If you found this video helpful, share it with a friend or loved one over 60. And don't forget to like, subscribe, and leave a comment below. Your story could inspire others to protect their vision and live more fully. You wake up, make your coffee, look out the window, and everything looks the same as yesterday. The colors of the trees, the light coming through the curtain, the familiar blur if you don't have your glasses on. It's easy to think, my eyes are still working fine, I'm doing okay. But what if I told you that the real danger to your eyesight doesn't come with a warning? No pain, no flashing lights, no sudden loss, just a slow, silent decline that you won't even notice until it's too late. After the age of 60, your eyes become more fragile. Tear production slows, the retina thins, blood flow to the eye decreases, your ability to filter out harmful light weakens. But here's the real problem: most people keep doing the same things they did when they were 40 or 30, not realizing that certain daily habits, once harmless, now chip away at their vision little by little. It's like a slow leak in a tire. You don't feel it at first, but one day you're stranded. In this video, we're going to uncover 6 everyday habits that may seem innocent, even healthy, but that can secretly accelerate vision loss after age 60. Some of them are so common, you might be doing them right now without realizing the risk. And we're saving the most dangerous one for last, the one that steals eyesight in silence, and yet most people ignore year after year. Let's begin with something that might seem like no big deal, a habit so simple you've probably already done it today. Think about the last time your eyes felt itchy or dry. Maybe it was after a long nap or a few minutes staring at your phone. What did you do? Chances are you rubbed them, maybe gently at first, but then a little more firmly. It feels relieving, almost soothing, like you're massaging away the irritation. But for people over 60, this innocent habit could be doing far more harm than good. You see, as we age, the skin and tissue around our eyes change drastically. The collagen that once kept everything firm and elastic starts to break down. The blood vessels near the eyes become more delicate, and the protective layers of the eye, especially the cornea, become thinner and less resilient. Now, imagine applying pressure to that fragile structure day after day. Every time you rub your eyes, you're not just pressing on the surface, you're stretching and distorting the entire eyeball. And over time, this can trigger something called keratoconus, a condition where the cornea becomes cone shaped instead of round. It causes blurry vision, glare, sensitivity to light, and in some cases, permanent visual distortion that even glasses can't correct. But that's not the only risk. Frequent eye rubbing can also increase your chances of retinal detachment, especially in older adults. The retina is the light sensitive layer at the back of your eye, and if it starts to peel away due to repeated trauma or internal pressure, it's a medical emergency. Left untreated, it can result in total vision loss. And here's the part most people don't know. Rubbing your eyes can also worsen eye infections. Your hands carry bacteria, oils, allergens, and viruses. Even if you wash them regularly, all it takes is one unwashed fingertip and a quick rub to introduce microbes directly into your eye. So, what should you do instead? If your eyes are itchy, reach for preservative free artificial tears. If they feel tired, use a cold compress or gently press a cool, damp washcloth over your closed lids. And if rubbing has become a habit, try training yourself out of it. Set a reminder, notice when you're doing it, break the cycle. Because what feels like relief in the moment might be the start of long term damage. And if rubbing your eyes is this risky, just wait until you hear what's hiding behind those harmless little eye drops in your bathroom cabinet. You walk into any pharmacy, and there they are, rows and rows of eye drops. Redness relief, moisturizing, anti itch. Soothing formula, wider, brighter eyes. They all promise quick relief. And for many people over 60, that little bottle becomes a daily ritual. But here's the uncomfortable truth: not all eye drops are safe to use every day. And if you're using them regularly without your doctor's guidance, you might be making things worse, not better. Let's start with the most popular type: redness relief eye drops. These work by shrinking the blood vessels on the surface of your eyes, making them appear wider almost instantly. But that effect is temporary. Once the drop wears off, those blood vessels dilate again, often even more than before. It's called rebound redness, and it's a vicious cycle. You use the drops, your eyes get wider, but soon they get red again, so you use more drops, and the cycle continues. For seniors, this is especially risky. As we age, our eyes naturally produce fewer tears. Our eyelid glands, responsible for maintaining the oily layer of our tears, slow down or become blocked. Using vasoconstrictive drops on top of that can worsen chronic dry eye syndrome, which leads to burning, stinging, blurry vision, and even damage to the corneal surface over time. But there's more. Some over the counter drops contain preservatives like benzalkonium chloride, which may be fine in small doses. But with repeated use, they can become toxic to the very cells that protect your eyes. In fact, studies show that long term use of these preservatives can increase inflammation, cause irritation, and lead to delayed healing in the eyes. And perhaps the biggest danger: self diagnosing. That feeling of scratchiness might not just be dryness, it could be a symptom of something far more serious, like glaucoma, blepharitis, or even early macular degeneration. Masking those symptoms with eye drops only delays diagnosis and treatment. So, what's the safer option? If you find yourself using eye drops every day or even several times a week, stop and ask, why? Is it dryness, allergies, redness? Before you reach for that bottle again, schedule a visit with an optometrist or ophthalmologist. They can assess whether your eye issue is temporary or a sign of something more serious. And if your doctor does recommend drops, ask for preservative free options or lubricating tiers designed for long term use. These are gentler, safer, and often more effective in treating the root cause, not just the symptoms. Because when it comes to your eyes, guessing is never a good idea. Now let's move on to something even more deceptive, a habit most people dismiss as not a big deal, especially on cloudy days. But the damage it causes, that can last a lifetime. Picture this: it's a gray afternoon, no sun in sight, you're just running a few errands or taking a short walk around the neighborhood. No need for sunglasses, right? That's what most people think. But here's the problem: ultraviolet UV rays don't disappear just because the sun is hiding. In fact, over 90% of UV rays still penetrate through clouds. And for eyes that are over 60 years old, that exposure can be more dangerous than you might imagine. As we age, the lens inside our eye becomes more rigid, more yellowed, and less efficient at filtering out harmful light. Combine that with a lifetime of accumulated UV damage, and the risks start stacking up. Let's talk about cataracts, one of the leading causes of vision loss in seniors. UV light accelerates the breakdown of proteins in the eye's lens, leading to that familiar cloudy or foggy vision. But it doesn't stop there. Extended UV exposure has also been linked to age-related macular degeneration, or AMD, a slow, irreversible deterioration of the central part of your vision. Once it starts, there's no cure, only management. And guess what accelerates it? Years of unprotected exposure to both UVA and UVB rays. There's also a condition called photokeratitis, which is essentially a sunburn of the cornea. It can cause severe pain, blurred vision, and extreme light sensitivity. This can happen even on overcast days, especially if you're near reflective surfaces like water, pavement, or snow. And here's the kicker: sunglasses aren't just for summer. UV rays bounce off sidewalks, cars, and windows year round. The damage is cumulative. It's not about one sunny day, it's about decades of tiny unnoticed hits to your vision. So, what should you do? Simple. Wear wraparound sunglasses that block 100% of UVA and UVB rays, even when it's cloudy. If you wear prescription glasses, ask your optometrist about photochromic lenses. These adjust to light conditions automatically. Or get a pair of polarized sunglasses that reduce glare and improve contrast. Your eyes have no natural defense against UV. They're vulnerable every time you step outside. Protecting them isn't vanity, it's vision insurance. And the next threat, it's probably sitting right next to your pillow, and it might be the reason your eyes feel worse when you wake up. There's a quiet comfort in it. Lying in bed, lights off, phone in hand, catching up on the news, reading a book, watching a quick video to wind down the day. But this habit, so common and so innocent seeming, may be silently damaging your vision more than you realize. When you read on a screen in the dark, your pupils dilate to take in more light. But what's pouring in isn't natural light, it's blue light, which comes in a much higher intensity from digital screens than from sunlight. And here's why that matters. Blue light penetrates deep into the eye, reaching all the way to the retina, where it causes oxidative stress and cellular damage. For younger people, the eye has a stronger natural defense against this kind of stress. But after 60, the macula, the center of the retina responsible for sharp central vision, begins to thin and weaken. Overexposure to blue light at this stage doesn't just cause eye strain, it may increase the risk of macular degeneration, a condition that steals your ability to read, recognize faces, or drive safely. And it's not just about the damage. Reading on screens in the dark also disrupts your sleep cycle. Blue light tells your brain it's daytime, suppressing melatonin and making it harder to fall into a deep, restful sleep. And poor sleep, that makes dry eye, blurry vision, and headaches even worse the next day. So, what can you do? First, turn on a bedside lamp when using a screen. Even a small one helps reduce contrast strain. Second, use the night mode or blue light filter built into most devices. And third, try to limit screen time in the hour before bed altogether. Instead, pick up a paperback, listen to music, or just let your eyes close and rest. Because in the dark, your screen isn't comforting your eyes, it's attacking them. And speaking of nighttime habits, the next one is often overlooked, but it might be the most easily avoidable of all. It's easy to forget, you're tired, it's late, you just want to crawl into bed. Removing eye makeup or washing your eyelids can feel like one more chore at the end of a long day. But for seniors, this small habit, or rather, skipping it, can have serious consequences for eye health. Let's talk about something called meibomian glands. These are tiny oil glands located along the edges of your eyelids. They produce the oily layer of your tear film, which keeps your eyes moist and protected. As we age, these glands naturally become less active, and for many, they begin to clog or shrink altogether, a condition known as meibomian gland dysfunction, MGD. Now, here's where poor hygiene makes things worse. When you leave makeup on overnight, especially eyeliner or mascara, you're allowing debris, oils, and bacteria to build up along the lid margin. This clogs the glands even further, leading to chronic dry eye, inflammation, and even blepharitis, a painful infection that causes redness, crusting, and swelling. Even if you don't wear makeup, not cleaning your eyelids allows dust, oils, and environmental pollutants to accumulate, all of which increase the risk of irritation and bacterial overgrowth. Some seniors even develop styes or chalazions, small painful bumps on the eyelid caused by blocked oil glands. These can become chronic, requiring warm compresses or even minor surgery, but the solution is simple. Make eyelid hygiene part of your daily routine. Use a gentle cleanser, warm water, or a lid scrub pad to clean the lash line every evening. Remove all makeup thoroughly. And if your eyes feel gritty or irritated when you wake up, that's a sign your eyelids need more care. This one habit, just 60 seconds a day, can drastically reduce your risk of dry eye and infection. But even if you follow all of these habits perfectly, there's still one silent danger that can undo everything. It's the most dangerous habit of all because it involves doing nothing. You feel fine, you can still read, you haven't noticed anything unusual. So, why go to the eye doctor? It's a common mindset, especially among seniors, but it's also one of the most dangerous because here's the reality: the worst eye diseases often show no symptoms until it's too late. Let's take glaucoma as an example. It's called the silent thief of sight for a reason. It causes slow damage to your optic nerve, gradually narrowing your field of vision, but because it starts with your peripheral vision, not the center, most people don't notice until significant damage is done, and once that vision is lost, it's gone forever. Or diabetic retinopathy, which affects people with diabetes. Tiny blood vessels in the retina begin to leak or swell, but you may not feel a thing. Eventually, it can lead to blindness, unless caught early through an eye exam. Then there's macular degeneration, which slowly eats away at your central vision. The early signs are easy to miss: a little distortion, a bit of difficulty focusing. But without annual monitoring, it progresses silently. An annual dilated eye exam is your best defense. It allows your doctor to look deep into the eye, beyond what you can see in a mirror, and spot early warning signs of serious disease. These exams are especially important after 60. The American Academy of Ophthalmology recommends a full eye exam every 1 to 2 years for all adults over 60, even if you have no symptoms. Because prevention isn't about fear, it's about freedom: freedom to keep driving, freedom to live independently, freedom to recognize the faces you love. Skipping your eye exam doesn't just risk your vision, it risks your quality of life. You've just learned 6 habits that millions of people do every day without realizing they could be silently damaging their eyesight. But here's the truth: the most dangerous part isn't the habit itself, it's ignoring it. It's thinking, I'm fine. This doesn't apply to me. That's how vision loss begins, not with a dramatic event, but with quiet neglect. But it doesn't have to be that way. You don't need to make huge changes overnight. Just start small. Stop rubbing your eyes. Be mindful about the drops you use. Wear those sunglasses, yes, even on cloudy days. Turn on the light when reading. Wash your eyelids before bed. And above all, schedule that yearly eye exam. Your eyes have given you a lifetime of memories, of moments, of faces. It's time to give them something back. If this video helped you understand your vision better, please like it, subscribe to Senior Health Guide, and leave a comment below. Which one of these habits surprised you the most? Because the more we know, the longer we see. Thank you for watching, and take care of your eyes. They've taken care of you. Have you ever woken up one morning, looked in the mirror, and realized your vision just doesn't feel the same as it used to? The truth is, for most people over 60, eyesight changes happen quietly and gradually. So quietly, in fact, that by the time you notice, much of the damage is already done. Doctors call vision loss one of the most subtle signs of aging, and yet it has some of the most dramatic effects on daily life. But here's the part few people know. Protecting your eyesight doesn't have to involve expensive treatments, complicated medications, or risky surgeries. In fact, it can start with something as simple as a 5-minute daily routine, something you can do in the comfort of your own home. Before we dive in, make sure you hit the like button and subscribe to Senior Health Guide, where we share powerful science-backed tips to help you stay healthier and stronger as you age. You won't want to miss the advice we have coming up next. Today, we're going to uncover a simple but powerful set of eye exercises designed to keep your vision sharper for longer. Stick with me because by the end of this video, you'll know exactly how to protect your sight in just a few minutes each day. Aging eyes tell a story, and not always a pleasant one. By the age of 60, the risk of vision problems rises dramatically. Macular degeneration, which slowly erodes the center of your vision, is one of the most common culprits. Cataracts, those cloudy layers that creep over the lens of your eye, affect more than half of Americans by age 75. Glaucoma, often called the silent thief of sight, can sneak up without warning and slowly narrow your field of vision. But here's the frightening part. In the early stages, these conditions rarely cause pain or obvious symptoms. That means many seniors don't realize anything is wrong until their eyesight is already compromised. You might blame a smudged pair of glasses, poor lighting, or just getting older, when in reality, your eyes are sending signals that they're struggling. Studies show that one of the main drivers behind vision decline isn't just the diseases themselves, but also weakened eye muscles and reduced circulation around the eyes. When blood flow decreases, the delicate tissues of the retina don't get the oxygen and nutrients they need to function. Combine that with years of eye strain from reading, screens, and environmental stress, and it's no wonder so many seniors report fading vision. The good news? You're not powerless. While we can't stop the aging process, we can fight back against its effects. And one of the simplest tools, one that takes just 5 minutes a day, may be sitting right in front of you. Think about it this way. You wouldn't expect your legs to stay strong if you never use them, right? The same principle applies to your eyes. They're controlled by tiny muscles that, just like any other muscle in your body, respond to use and training. When these muscles stay active and well supplied with oxygen, they help your eyes focus more effectively and resist fatigue. Eye exercises work on multiple levels. First, they stimulate blood circulation, delivering fresh oxygen and nutrients to the retina and surrounding tissues. Second, they encourage flexibility in the eye muscles, helping you switch focus between near and far objects with greater ease. And third, they combat the effects of prolonged screen time, which has become one of the biggest vision threats in modern life, even for seniors who may not spend all day on a computer, but still check their phones, tablets, or TV screens regularly. A recent study published in Investigative Ophthalmology and Visual Science found that structured eye exercises could improve focus and reduce eye strain within just a few weeks. Participants reported fewer headaches, less dry eye discomfort, and improved sharpness when reading small print. So while some people think eye exercises sound too simple to make a real difference, science is beginning to prove otherwise. The best part? You don't need any equipment, appointments, or medications. Just a few minutes a day and a willingness to give your eyes the workout they deserve. You don't need fancy tools or special training to strengthen your vision. Just a quiet space, a few minutes, and the willingness to try something new. So let's begin. Start by sitting comfortably and relaxing your shoulders. Now take a deep breath in and slowly let it out. Let your eyes gently close as you begin to blink, slowly and softly, about 10 times. This helps lubricate the eyes and resets tension. Then rub your palms together until they feel warm and gently cup them over your closed eyes. Don't press, just rest. Feel the warmth soaking in. This simple gesture relaxes the tiny muscles around your eyes and helps your nervous system calm down. Now open your eyes and hold your thumb up about 10 inches from your face. Look directly at it. Focus on the fine details, maybe a wrinkle, a nail line. Hold that for a few seconds. Then shift your gaze to something far across the room, maybe a picture frame or a window. Back and forth, near and far, slowly and steadily. This simple focus shifting trains your eye muscles to adapt, which becomes harder as we age. Next, let your eyes move in a slow, smooth circle. First clockwise, one full loop, then another, and now switch directions counterclockwise. This movement helps the eye muscles stretch evenly and boosts flexibility. Now imagine a giant figure 8 floating in front of you. Slowly trace its shape with your eyes. You don't need to move your head, just your eyes. First one direction, then the other. This isn't just good for coordination, it sharpens control and awareness. Finally, let's do the near-far zooming. Hold your thumb close again, focus on it, then switch to that faraway point, near, far, near, far. Each time you switch, you're teaching your eyes how to adapt and recover focus, something many people lose after years of straining at the same distance. That's it. In less time than it takes to brew a cup of coffee, you've just given your eyes a full workout. And like any routine, the more often you do it, the stronger the results. Of course, exercises are only part of the equation. To truly protect your vision, your daily lifestyle choices matter just as much. Let's start with hydration. Dehydration is one of the sneakiest causes of dry eye, a condition that leaves your eyes feeling gritty, itchy, or tired. Simply drinking enough water throughout the day can help keep your tear glands working properly. Next, let's talk about food. Certain nutrients play a huge role in maintaining eye health. Lutein and zeaxanthin, found in leafy greens like spinach and kale, act as natural sunblock for your eyes, protecting against harmful blue light and UV damage. Omega-3 fatty acids, abundant in fish like salmon or mackerel, help maintain the oily layer of your tears, reducing dryness. And vitamin A, found in foods like carrots and sweet potatoes, supports the health of your retina. And don't underestimate the power of sleep. During the night, your eyes recover from the stress of daily use. Lack of rest has been linked to increased risk of eye twitching, dryness, and even long-term vision decline. Aim for a consistent sleep schedule, and you'll notice the difference not just in how rested you feel, but in how clearly you see. When you pair good lifestyle habits with the 5-minute exercise routine, you create a powerful shield for your vision. But there are still threats to watch out for, ones hiding in plain sight. The real secret to success isn't knowing the exercises, it's doing them every single day. 5 minutes may sound easy, but unless you build it into your life, it's easy to forget. One of the most effective tricks is habit stacking, attaching your eye routine to something you already do daily. For example, right after brushing your teeth in the morning, or right before sitting down for your evening news program. By linking the new habit to an old one, your brain starts to do it automatically. Another powerful tool is reminders. Set a timer on your phone or leave a sticky note by your favorite chair. Some people even keep a simple checklist to mark off each day. Seeing your progress can be motivating, and don't be discouraged if you miss a day. Progress doesn't come from perfection, it comes from persistence. Even 4 or 5 days a week can make a difference. Think of it this way: if you can dedicate 5 minutes a day to your eyes, you're investing in the independence, clarity, and freedom of your future self. But there's one element most people overlook, and it can make your results even better. Vision isn't just about muscles and nutrients, it's also deeply connected to your mind. Stress, for example, is one of the biggest hidden enemies of clear sight. When you're tense, blood vessels constrict, circulation slows, and your eyes tire faster. That's why pairing your exercises with relaxation techniques can multiply the benefits. Try slow, steady breathing while you do your focus shifts or figure 8 tracings. Inhale deeply through your nose, hold for a moment, and exhale slowly through your mouth. This simple rhythm calms your nervous system and helps oxygen flow more freely to your eyes. Mindfulness also plays a role. Spending even a minute noticing your surroundings, colors, and shapes while doing the routine not only trains your eyes, but also refreshes your brain's processing of visual signals. Researchers have even found that meditation can improve symptoms of dry eye and reduce pressure linked to glaucoma. So, while 5 minutes of exercise strengthens your eyes, 5 minutes of calm strengthens the connection between your mind and vision. And that leads us to the question everyone asks: what kind of results can you expect if you stick with this? The truth is, no routine can promise perfect eyesight forever. But here's what's clear: just 5 minutes a day of simple, consistent effort can make a remarkable difference. You may notice less strain when reading, sharper focus when watching TV, or even improved comfort while driving at night. Over weeks and months, these small victories add up to a future where your independence and quality of life remain in your control. So here's my challenge to you: try this routine starting today. Give it 1 week, just 7 days, and see if you feel a difference. If you found this helpful, don't forget to like this video and subscribe to Senior Health Guide so you never miss our weekly tips for living stronger, healthier, and more independent after 60. And share your thoughts in the comments. Would you commit to 5 minutes a day for your eyes? Because in the end, your vision isn't just about seeing clearly, it's about living fully.